I just want to pass along here, if you dialed up the show tonight expecting to see superstar Meryl Streep on the show, a 9-time Academy Award winner Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep was supposed to be with us tonight, and it's in the TV guide. You can look it up.
Yes.
And Meryl Streep is one of these big stars that we've been trying to get on the show for as long as we've had a show. Am I right, Paul? What's the first thing I said to you when I met you in the hallway at NBC 15, 16 years ago?
Can we get Meryl Streep?
Yeah, that's what I said. Do you know Meryl Streep? I said to Paul. So we've been trying, and we have the Meryl Streep division here at the Worldwide Pants Company, and they work round the clock.
Trying to get her.
Not trying to get her, trying to clear her schedule.
Oh, I see.
So there is a possibility. Then, if there's a possibility, then we'll try to get her, try to have her on the show. Well, our prayers were answered a couple of months ago. Thank God, ladies and gentlemen. Miracles do happen. Her schedule coincided with our meager production efforts here, and she was booked, and we said, Ms. Streep, do we have your permission to put your name in the TV guide? And she said, yes, absolutely. So anyway, we got a call yesterday on Sunday, and this is why I didn't have such a good weekend. You know, I tried to cover it up with a laugh. You know me, always laughing on the outside,
well, that's
crying on the inside.
But we never see it.
Yeah, you never see it. Yeah.
No.
So my apologies because Meryl Streep will not be on the show tonight.
She won't be on tonight.
Will not be on the show.
So what happened?
Well, I don't know. She's very busy. I know stars of this magnitude are very, very busy.
I see.
And I think it had something to do with her being busy.
She was busy. Because on Friday, she was going to be on.
That's right. She's going to be on
When we
Friday.
left work here.
Yeah, everything was. Yeah, we left with a spring in our step and a smile on our face. Because we thought, after 16, 17 years, our long journey is finally nearly at an end.
Yeah.
We'll have Meryl Streep would have been right there.
For the first time, yeah.
And I set up the little chair and desk in my den over the weekend and had some neighbor kids.
You rehearsed a little?
Had some neighbor kids come in and pretend to be Meryl Streep.
How'd it go?
It went great.
Really?
It was damn good, yeah. And had I known, I would have had the neighbor kids come in tonight, you know.
Yeah.
And I would just say, no, it's not Meryl Streep, it's a neighbor kid. But
right. Well, that's...
Well, it is too bad.
Sorry about that.
Because a lot of people have spent a lot of hours, you know, trying to get her phone number. So we'll try and have her on again.
Good. Will she be on again?
I don't know.
Has she rescheduled for another time?
I don't know. Should take that up with TV Guide.
Okay. Well,
What? Huh?
straight ahead then.
Yeah. Oh, she won't be here.
Straight ahead.
And now I feel kind of stupid because I've seen every one of her movies like 8 times.
Really? In preparation?
Yeah, well, not in preparation, just because I love the woman.
I love her too.
I love the woman, I love the actress, I love the star that is Meryl Streep.
Right. You know, she was great in Postcards from the Edge. It was on TV.
You saw it on last night. Paul mentioned this to me earlier in the day that he had seen it and had enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I was going to play, when she came out, I was going to play that song she sang in it.
Well, I think that's the real tragedy right there.
Actually, I don't know whether she sang
Paul
it.
had special material ready and we don't get to use it.
He may not have sung in it.
Yeah.
No, I think she did, actually, yeah. That's the tragedy. But we're going to have a great show anyway.
Oh yeah, no, we got a fine show. We don't. Here's what we decided: we don't need Meryl Streep to have a great show, ladies and gentlemen. As big a star as she is, you see her in Jaws? Did you see her in Jaws? Meryl Streep in Jaws?
Yes.
Damn
fantastic.
good. When they go after the great white shark.
Was that her?
E.T. Did you see her in E.T.?
Yes. Fantastic. Was that her?
Yeah, it was her. What do you
She
mean?
was in E.T.
Yeah.
I didn't see E.T. actually.
Jurassic Park?
Thoracic Park?
Jurassic Park?
Oh, Thoracic, I think.
Jurassic.
Oh, Jurassic.
Okay. So now, here's how it would have gone. You know, let me recreate this for you. By the way, I have my first question I was going to ask her. Did you have fun working on your last project?
Hey, now that, you see, I would have loved to have heard what she would say.
I bet she did.
Yeah. Probably had fun, yeah.
Yeah.
But it would have been interesting to hear her talk about it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's the point. That's why I had it down here on my list.
I see.
Our first guest is a multiple, oh no, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. My first guest is a 9-time Academy Award nominee, and we're thrilled she took time out of her busy schedule to be with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Meryl Streep.
That's the music that
Right there.
That's the music I would have played.
I had some pretty good questions here. Do you like wearing makeup? We have a fine show. I don't want you to get the impression that the show is diminished now because Ms. Streep is not here. We have a great show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you must know this about yourself. You're one of those people in show business, in the world of entertainment, everybody wants to have on a television show. So when we started like 20 years ago, well, let's try and get Meryl Streep. and finally, here you are. I guess your number was busy or something. Was there a problem? I know a lot of the big stars have a problem coming on the show.
I have a lot of problems.
Well, like what?
I don't want to go into it, but I was working. I really was. We were.
No, I know you're busy making films.
But that isn't the real reason.
Really? That was just a ploy?
Well, you know why.
No, I don't know why, honestly.
I just felt awkward coming on the show.
Oh, please. No,
so
no, come on.
soon after our affair ended.
Please keep your mouth shut about that. I'm begging you. Wouldn't that be something, though? That would be a sure sign that you had lost your mind. Did you hear about Meryl Streep? She's nuts. Do you find yourself sometimes just acting? You can't help yourself. You're just in certain situations, like around the house, or you go to the store, and you just can't help it. You're acting? Or I guess that's just part of life. We all do a little of that, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like sometimes when I'm home and I lose it with the kids or something.
There's some tension?
A little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm screaming and I say, you know, and I slam a book down and the kids say, ooh, so dramatic. It's like,
oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
How annoying would that be?
It is.
I know that today, and I hope I'm right about this, is your birthday.
Yes.
Happy
it
birthday,
is.
Meryl.
Oh, wow. Ooh, I feel like a horse.
I'm sorry? Well, that's not what we were going for, but... So what will you do for a birthday like this? Because I think your birthdays are probably much different than mine.
Well, maybe.
Probably.
It isn't your birthday, is
No,
it?
no, it's not my birthday.
No. My husband is preparing a surprise party that I know about.
And how is it you know about your surprise party?
Because I have to arrange it.
Well, then anything you want. How can you go wrong with this?
Yeah, it's good. A lot of his friends. And
Will it be crazy or probably refined? I would guess it'd be a lovely refined evening, won't it?
I hope not. I hope it'll be really fun. It's right after this, so I'm really kind of dreading it.
Paul and I would...
Yeah.
You haven't been here for 7 years. What's the deal with that? What's the problem?
I didn't like it last time.
Didn't like it last time.
I loved it. I just felt like
I had a nickel for every time I've heard that. Oh, God. Why do I even come in? Good to see you, Meryl. Thank you so very much for being here. And I don't want to embarrass you, but I understand you're not doing so well. Is it an upper respiratory kind of a thing?
Oh, it's, yeah. I'm sorry. I'll try to bark on this side.
No, it's all right. Do you have a fever? Are you in pain? Is it?
I just have a bronchial infection, but.
How long have you had it?
And a sinus infection.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you really shouldn't be out walking around, should you?
Well, I was afraid to cancel.
There you go. Well,
Nobody.
I admire that.
Nobody.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel good now. But I mean, if you weren't out at the show, you don't do anything. You got to take care of yourself, right? I mean, you don't do things when you're like this, do you?
Well, I thought I'd do this, and then I'd go home and go to bed.
What, like, would you go to the premiere of a film under the weather like this?
I went to the premiere last night, but then went home. I left before it started. But I'm happy to be here.
Wow. First film with Jane Fonda and Vanessa Redgrave.
Oh, gosh!
That's right, it was.
Julia!
Oh, yeah, Julia.
I had it, but it was lodged somewhere in the solar plexus.
I'm sorry.
Julia.
I'll tell you what.
Okay, now I know I gotta get ready.
I'll ask and answer the questions.
Okay.
And then...
As you... Yes.
Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, first Academy Award nomination, 1978, The Deer Hunter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 1979, Manhattan.
Yeah.
And Academy Award winning performance in the 1979 Offering Kramer versus Kramer. Dustin Hoffman.
You're still in the 70s. It's going to take so long.
Right. 1981. Another Academy Award nomination, Porky's 2. Porky's 2. Oh, man. You shouldn't be out of the house, honest to God.
Yeah, but I didn't want a video crew following me in my bedroom and saying, well,
yeah, no, you're fine.
You know,
you're fine.
she can walk from the bedroom to the kitchen for tea. She can't walk from there to there to be on Dave's thing.
But, you know, and here we've discussed this. How do I know you're not acting? Just a thought. I heard a wonderful story, and I'm hoping it's true. And if you have the energy to tell it, I would like to hear it, about auditioning a role you did not get, and I believe the film was King Kong. Does this ring a bell?
Yes, I was not auditioning for Kong.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that, but
I was auditioning for the girl.
That's right. Yeah.
And the guy who is the producer denies that this encounter ever took place, of course.
What is the guy's name? Very famous.
No, I'm not going
to. Come on, tell
no,
us. No, come on.
De Laurentiis.
That's right.
So I was in his office, and I was very new to the business. And I was really pretty then.
Oh, come on.
I was. A little bit.
Still lovely.
Yeah, nah.
Still, please.
And I had done everything that you can possibly do to boop it all up and go in, because I knew this is kind of the bimbo role. They were seeing lots of models and dancers and really gorgeous, gorgeous girls. And his son had arranged all the interviews. So I went in and I sat down, and he looked at me, and he looked at his son, and he said, Cosa? Che brutta.
Oh, jeez.
Perché portarmi così, questa cosa? So I was recently graduated from Vassar College, where I took Italian 105. So I said to him, Signore, mi dispiace che di avervi desolo or something, I'm sorry to disappoint you, something like that. I can't remember my Italian anymore, but... And he looked at me like I'd shot him.
Yeah.
And then he looked at his son like he was going to kill him. Mm-hmm. You bring me a bimbo, blonde bimbo, talks Italian.
Yeah. And what had he said in Italian?
He said, you know, she's ugly. Why do you bring me this thing?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, so sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't translate that part.
Well,
I
good
thought
for-
everyone was, you know, bilingual.
Well, good. I mean, good for you, and good for you. You know, nice going. Race right home. Take care of yourself.
Okay.
And God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Don't touch me. Okay. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thank you very much. The lovely Meryl Streep.
We had Emily Blunt was on the program, and she told a story, and I don't know if you can tell these stories offset. I don't know if there's a confidentiality about there or a code of behavior, but she said that you were on a table and you were going to do something and you got caught in your dress and you nearly landed on your face. And she said that, and by the way, she was several months pregnant.
Yes.
At the time, and threw herself between you and the steel floor and saved your life. Is that true?
Well, I hate to contradict her, but she did try to save me. But I think what I tripped on was her foot,
Oh, well.
which she had thrown up onto the table in an attempt to kill me.
Yes, that's.
And then realizing that it was the first day of rehearsal, and they didn't know who they'd recast. No,
You know
I
what
mean,
is,
she just.
What has been a staple of our time on television, Paul and myself, whenever we get actors, actresses, young, or maybe not so young, first time to have worked with you,
Yeah.
it's always, what was that like working with Meryl Streep? You must have been scared silly. And you know, they always are.
No.
You must love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like you. I mean, people are scared of you.
Oh, are they really?
Yes, yes, they are. Kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah.
A little bit.
No, it's I know that. I'm like this big train that's coming in, you know, with a lot of steam and noise and funk, you know. And is that the word I
Yes,
want?
it is.
Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely.
I dig that,
Grand
baby.
Funk Railroad, I think I was thinking
Grand
of. Okay.
Funk Railroad. There you go.
But yeah, I think it's a little overblown, you know, the expectation.
I love it. I mean, I always love asking the question, and they've all got a story prepared about how, well, they saved your life or something.
Yeah,
that
right.
They're all ready to go.
It's bull-
I was so impressed, I guess it's maybe a month ago, you and others received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Now, this is a big deal, isn't it? And notified, I think, I would guess at the very highest level. You got a call from whom?
Yeah, well, we were shooting a film in the fall, a rock and roll movie that had to come to a screeching halt because this call was coming in from Air Force One, and they wanted to talk to me, and I was really scared that I'd done something wrong.
Yeah, I would think so. They saw you doing something.
Anyway, it was Valerie Jarrett, who's an advisor to the president, and she told me about this. Mm-hmm. And I was, flabbergasted and also chagrined because I tried to talk them out of it.
Tried to talk them out of it.
Yeah, because I felt I didn't deserve it. I felt that it's such a high honor. And, but then they told me that all sorts of wonderful artists get it, and golfers and ball players, and I felt better.
It's yeah, they're giving it to golfers. But it represents the highest civilian honor this country may bestow upon a citizen. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it is. you know, supposedly for the contribution of your lifetime, and then it makes me really feel old and think, well, what have I done? And I am trying to live up to you know, the honor and stay on the straight and narrow from here on.
Yeah, that's right. Now you really got to behave. But the thing about it is you've never been more productive in your craft, you know, which is a great thing for actors and actors. Age really is not a factor. In fact, it can be useful to an actor or an actress, can it?
Yeah, you get great parts as witches.
Yeah. I want to show this is the ceremony in the White House. This is you receiving the award. And boy, it's a beautiful medal, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. And they say a few words and then they put that on?
Yeah, the president says a few words. Yeah, he said he loved me. And a few other things.
Well, congratulations.
But it was
Certainly
really great.
Well-deserved. A lot of times, people don't understand this, but a lot of times what you see on television is not entirely what you get. Oh. And that couldn't be more true than our show right here. This is the tip of the iceberg. This is the tip of the iceberg tip right here. This is the tip of the iceberg. There is so much going on behind this program. Let me give you an example. You know a costume wardrobe designer, Sue Hum?
Oh, very well.
I don't know if you folks at home know her. She's been on the show many, many times. She's been with us forever, does a tremendous job. One of the great wardrobe costume designers on Broadway.
We love her.
But, and you would think, well, that's fine. She's the pinnacle of her career. That would be satisfying in and of itself. But no. No.
What?
She has opened up a thing.
What?
She is now, and everybody, this proves my point, everybody wants to be on TV somehow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
That's right. She has gone into business in an acting academy.
Really?
It's I don't know, she said, if you have a minute, show this thing. It would mean a lot to me.
Okay.
Sue Hum has opened up an acting academy.
Oh, this I got it.
Can you believe
now,
this?
This I have to see.
Well, we're going to see it right now. Take a look.
Are you an actor hoping to take your career to the next level? Learn from two masters of their craft when you enroll in Meryl Streep and Susan Hum's Academy of Dramatic Arts.
You're wearing the sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from the pile of stuff. You can't do this. This is my house. This is my house. No, no, no. We will stand on principle, or we will not stand at all.
Acting is a presentation of a character's soul.
Meryl and I will teach you how to breathe life into the words on a page.
At Meryl Streep and Susan Hum's Academy of Dramatic Arts, conveniently located off Route 9 in Tarrytown.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Meryl Streep has not been within 100 miles of that place.